Hello and welcome to episode 231. For this video, Keith and Ginge again. Not that you can see Ginge very well in all his camo there. But, yeah, we're back down on a carp pool. Obviously with restrictions and whatnot, you've got to stay within your local area. We want decent fish. This place fits the bill, which is why we've come back again. Why wouldn't you after that fish I had last week in the last vlog?
Totally shocks London.
Yeah. But yeah, back again. Obviously just still day sessions, so yeah, we're back again, try again. I'm in the same same swim I was in last 2 weeks. Keith is in the same swim he was in the last 2 weeks. And Ginge, for some strange reason, from the area I caught that fish from last week, in the last video,
I said I was going there before you.
Ginge just moved down to that swim for some strange reason. I don't know why, but
I wanted to be as far away from you as possible.
Right guys, anyway, we're going to crack on, so let's go fishing. Right guys, so something a little bit different is about to be in the blog. Nathan, the lake owner, he's got some more fish being stocked into the lake today. They've come from Horseshoe, so I don't know what stream horseshoe fish are. It's what they breed themselves basically on their own on-site stock ponds. And Nathan, he's just come down and said he's got them in a tank up at the car park, and he's about to bring them down now. So so he's got 8 fish going in today, 7 commons and a mirror. So yeah, when he brings them down, we'll have a look at them going in the lake, and yeah, just something a little bit different to see, just to bolster the stock of the lake. So once they go in, it might the fish are already in here sort of get them going a bit as well, because they'll have a bit more competition for the food. So anyway, like I say, Nathan's just gone up to go and get the fish now, and we'll see him shortly.
Get some water.
Right, and here we go guys. Fish number 1 going in, a nice little common. This is Nathan, by the way, the fishery owner. So fish number 1, a little common, and you say they're from Farriers,
yeah.
The Farrier strip. So
from the Carp Society, yeah.
Yeah, so this first little one is £4 14 ounces. So nice little common there.
Yeah. So here we go, fish number 1 into the water.
Where you go?
It's just down here.
Oh, there he goes.
There he goes.
Here we have fish number 2, another £4 10
£4 10, yeah.
ounces. Another nice little common.
Yeah, and obviously with them being brand new fish straight out of the stock ponds, they're in nice nick, aren't they?
Yeah. There's the other side for you.
There we go. I'm certain sure in the future of your lake with a new stock.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yep.
And here we go, fish number 2 into the lake.
Ready? Go. Off he goes.
There you go, into his new home.
Fish number 3, slightly bigger, £6 2 ounces. Again, another common. Just show you the other side. If he plays ball. There's the other side of the fish. Okay, it's fish number 3. Like I said, slightly bigger than the other 2, but all keen to get off into their new home. So let's let them gently go. Okay, and the next fish, again, lovely fresh common. It was £4. Can't remember now.
£4.5.
4.5. There you go.
Yep.
And ready to go into his new home as well. And next one in. See the colours.
Wait.
He's decided to go straight.
He's gone right into the murky bit of water.
Yeah, I was just about to say how clear it was as you go across when they go in.
He's gone into the murky bit.
Okay, this one's just the only mirror we managed to get out of the Carp Society because they were very reluctant to give them away. But we managed to get a little £2 one off them, and as you can see, it's got nice little scales.
Got a cracking. Hold him up again, Nathan.
Sorry.
I'll zoom in on him because he might only be £2, but he's a cracking little. You can imagine that when it's £22, can't you? That's gonna be a wicked little fish when it's £20 bigger.
And the other side.
Yeah, so he's got a better scale in that side for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
got a
we
nice
did well to get one out of them because they were very reluctant that they were keeping them all. So we done well.
Yeah, he's a cracking little one. There'll certainly be a nice fish, and he's got the potential to be a big fish because he's got some big shoulders on him. So he will be a big fish one day from the shape of him. There we go. Oh,
so
Nathan's son just having a.
Wanted to have hold of the mirror, which he thinks is his fish. So when you catch him in the future, that's my son's fish. He says.
Yeah.
Can you get your phone, please?
There we go.
Did you get the
Off to
phone?
his new home.
And this is the next one, slightly bigger, just shy of £8. Again, another one of their lovely commons. Didn't want to settle down, but just flip him over in case he will.
Looks like
And there we have the other side of him.
Very lovely. I'll have a little zoom in on him. Like I say, just £2 short of 2 ounces short of £8. But like I say, come this time next year, as long as plenty of bait's going in, they'll be double that size this time next year, won't they?
Okay, and here we go. The biggest one yet out of the few we bought, and he's keen to get off.
He was keen.
He's keen to go.
Oh, I see.
And here we have £5.2. Another lovely little fresh common.
Other side.
I'll just spin him around for you to have a look at the other side. If he wants to play ball.
There you go.
There you go.
Yes, let's have a little zoom in on him.
Again, nice, lovely scales on him.
Like I say, and all these are bred from the farrier's fish, didn't you say?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, and if everyone knows farriers, that means these fish will be 40-pounders one
They'll
day.
be big and
Yeah.
well-known fish strains.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because a lot of fish in farriers are 30s, 40s, aren't they? So they're from a good brood stock.
yeah, in the future of hopefully people catching out of our pond. So here we go, last one in to this pond. Just gently let him off. He's not as keen as some of the others, but he'll slip away now.
There we go.
Cool.
He's down there. Just see him swimming off in this nice crystal clear water.
Throw him on a bit. See if we can get him right a bit quicker.
And there we go, guys. Do you know how many fish is in this bag, Nathan?
200 plus.
Over 200, but as you can see, guys, they're all like an inch, 2 inch, 3 inches long. Very new fish, and these are all going into Nathan's stock pond round the back of the lake to grow on to be restocked when they're a lot bigger. Right then, guys, so now we've just seen those fish go in. Obviously the rods are out, then fish turned up pretty much not long after the rods went out, but yeah, so now that's all sorted, so I'll tell you what I'm doing and how I'm fishing. But pretty much, if you watched my last vlog, I'm doing exactly the same. So again, I've brought another 2 points of red maggots. I'm fishing the stiff-hinge rigs again. Still using the EXO 12mm pop-ups. I'm still threading on with the old sewing needle, 6 maggots onto the top of each pop-up. And then the only slightly thing I'm doing different is that when I'm loading up the bait boat with the maggots, just to add a touch of colour into the area, I've got a can of sweet corn with me, and I'm just putting a little bit of sweet corn out in the boat as well, just like I said, just for the visual. But yeah, still working off the maggots. The only slightly thing I was different, a little bit different about the rig is that I've tied up some slightly shorter chod lengths, because the ones I was using last week were kind of like quite long ones. So basically, because the maggots are on the deck, I wanted the maggots that's on the rig a bit closer to the deck as well. So I just tied up some shorter chod rigs, and that way then when the maggots, you know, drop over the rig, the maggots on the rig are a lot, you know, closer to the maggots on the deck, so, you know, within kind of a closer range for the fish to find. So yeah, pretty much everything exactly the same. So just like I said, with the addition of the sweet corn. I've gone far bank, middle, near bank again. Like I said, Ginger's fishing that left-hand swim, that area where I caught the fish from last week. So the swim to the right of me is empty this time, so I've sent me bait boat over there for my right hand rod. Yeah, other than that, everything's exactly the same as the last vlog, guys. Anyway, I'm gonna chill out now and relax, and hopefully these fish will start playing their part soon, guys. Right guys, so in my last blog from here, someone noticed something on my rig and asked me how I attached the txi-d section to the boom. Now there's a fairly new rig item that's just come to market from ESP, Ronnie clips. It consists of two little bits of tackle, a little hooky bit, I don't know if you can make that out, and then a little tungsten sleeve. So hang out, there's the hooky bit, and then the tungsten sleeve, and then all you do, it doesn't matter whether this is a Ronnie or a txi-d section, you just hook it on, and then that sleeve, sorry for fingers and thumbs guys, you just pull it down, cover the that little hook bit, and it keeps your rig on. Simple as that. Great little new tackle item in my eyes. That sleeve is also weighted with tungsten, so as you can see, the rig doesn't need any extra putty. The weight is in that little tungsten sleeve to keep the rig pin down. Absolutely brilliant little tackle item that's just come to market, that I think. Bit weedy out there then, Ginge.
Thick. Cool, like you.
You might also, guys, see something hanging in the tree on the right hand side of Ginger's swim. Oh, I've just done Ginger a favour. There was a big tree on the left hand side of his swim that was overhanging, limiting his casting ability in that direction. So I was like, I know what I'll do, Ginge, I'll go out in my wellies, cut it down for you with your saw. The only problem is I went beyond welly depth and give myself a full booty on both feet. Hence why my socks are now hanging from a tree, guys. But on the plus side, that overhanging branch that was hindering kind of this swim's casting abilities is now out the way, which will do all future anglers a bit of a favour. But yeah, I thought I'd come and see what Ginger's up to. He's having a bit of a feature find with the old marker. And from the looks of the bend on that rod, really thick weed. Do you know a depth, Ginge? Have you got a depth, or have you just been marking it? How deep, sorry? 7. So, quite shallow then at this end of the lake, guys. And there's already, kind of this time of the year, quite thick weed. So, but as we said, guys, as I said in my last blog, because this swim was empty last weekend, this was where I sent my bait boat, and I fished. If I can find a little sticky. This little tallest spindly tree here. That was kind of where I let the bait boat go, about a rod length off for that back reed line. But you've had a feel round there, haven't you, Ginge, and said it's really weedy out there.
Weed. Very weedy.
So this goes to show, guys, that was where I dropped my rig last week and I had that fish from. Ginge said it's thick with weed, so that's where the fish are, guys. They're riding in the weed. So you might be able to see the rods are wound in at the moment. There is still one on the bank sticks, but it is wound in. Again, same as I done last week, it's midway through the session now, lunchtime, so rods are in. They're going to go out to some different spots because nothing's happened up to now. So another good handful of maggots out in the boat, refresh the maggots on the hook bait. I'll still stick with a little bit of sweet corn as well, just to add a bit of visual attraction into the spots as well. But yeah, I'll try some different spots, maybe a bit closer to the margins. But, right, let's crack on with that. Right guys, that is the rods redone. So the right hand rod I've moved. It's probably just behind these trees behind me, but halfway up the bank. Well, not even halfway, maybe 3-4 rod lengths sort of up this margin behind me. Middle rod, I've stayed kind of dead out in front of me, but gone a little bit closer to the far bank. not too far, 3 rod lengths off the far bank. Left rod, I've kind of done the same kind of range off the far bank, but just a bit more over to the left. And it started snowing again. Not as heavy as it was in the last blog mine, but we do have more snow, so if we do get another fish on the bank, it counts as a snow carp as well as it's snowing. But yeah, that's the rods all redone now. I've nearly put out all their maggots now. I've left just enough in the maggot tub so that if any fish do come along, I've got enough to do kind of one more drop. I used up all that sweet corn, so that tin lasted kind of, you know, has lasted like 6 drops now, so but yeah. So that's 3 hours of fishing left. Maybe another snow carp. Fine guys, so got about, I don't know, 45 minutes of the session left before kind of we've decided what the pack-up time is going to be. Right, I brought a kilo of boilies with me. What I'm going to do each time I come down here now is start introducing a bit of bait towards the end of the session. I know that might sound a bit back to front, why you're going to put the bait in at the end of the session, but at the moment where I'm working off, you know, fishing with the maggots, and I want the maggots to do the, you know, their job, you know, being this time of year. But if you watched last week's blog, you'll understand that, you know, where the fish have been fishing here, you know, coming out on naturals, eating naturals, and not real bait. But, you know, as the lake gets busier, the fish will start eating bait. So, looking at the bigger picture for when I start fishing here in the future, I'm going to start putting in, like, you know, some proper bait. So, which I'm going to do now. I'm going to put in a whole kilo just by catapult, and each time I come down here, I'll do the same. And that way, like I say, working towards the future of the lake, then the fish will start getting used to anglers' baits rather than the natural. So if you see what I mean, it's kind of, you know, kind of baiting up for the future, if you kind of get where I'm coming from. So that's what I'm going to do now, guys. Guys, that's it, we've come to the end of another day session here at Carp in Cernywick. Unfortunately, on this occasion, none of us managed to get any fish on the end of our lines, although we did see that nice stock go in today, so you know, the future of this lake is looking bright. And I believe on each year he's going to put some stock in like that, kind of on a regular basis. And like I say, he has got the stock pool over the back as well, which I believe he's going to net maybe this year and maybe put some more stock in the lake. So, you know, it's still a work in progress, this lake. It will get bigger and better, I'm sure. Anyway, that's it. We're off home. I've got to struggle with me barrow up this hill. I'd say maybe that's one downside to this lake. It is a bit of a hill. Alright, coming down that hill. Getting back up is another trouble, so alright for Ginge, because he's got an electric barrow. Right.
Don't be a cheapskate.
Till next time, guys, tight lines.